great return.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Now a quick throw as they give it to Ayuk outside. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Purdy now to throw. Got his man, Dell. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
At the Eagles' 13-yard line.
They'll find Ayuk open right side. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Outside. 18, watch out.
Back to throw, Purdy. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener.
The kick is good.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It's the 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
The 35-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing is Hurts. This caught by Latu, the tight end. He'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run forward with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Hurts to throw. Working end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
26-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Trimmer.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
43-yard line.
They'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cameron Latu, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That is caught by Dell. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. And the 49er first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
What's up? Yellow.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Purdy looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Get set, get set. What's up?
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers
49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Purdy.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up on Jordan Battle. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Hurts going to keep it running right. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Vargas. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Great. They'll run forward Barkley. And some space here. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 49 yards. And the Eagles take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. He'll try to do it himself.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Vargas. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
180.
Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. But give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Here's Purdy.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 for the Niners there on a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
But this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
53!
Play action. Now Purdy. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
3rd and 19.
Get set, get set.
Purdy now to throw.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
This will be fielded at the 17. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Great, set.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Great, set.
Hurts.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Barkley again. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
And a very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder to start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
49ers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
49ers. First down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
That's another 49er first down. Get set. A gain of 15.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does it take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Purdy. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Andrew Makuba. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
The 46-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's taken down inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
Shotgun now with Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
18, what's up?
Purdy from the gun. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Throwing is Hurts. A short throw here to Latu. And they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. On third down, Wagner. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Look at the juke. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. offense. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation, already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they can't bring him down. And now he spins free. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the 49er first down. A gain of 21 yards.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
That's complete to Dell. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So first and 10 now from the 30.
A gain of 18 on the play. 53. First down, 49ers.
Purdy looking to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's second and 3. Here's Purdy.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Watch out!
Purdy sets up to throw again. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
San Francisco.
Get set!
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Liking 18. Ready.
And they will take a knee here.
Tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Eagles, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days